If you're somebody who finds themselves wanting to lose weight or has a weight goal in mind, you are going to want to listen to this video. I'm going to give you the top red flags when it comes to setting weight loss goals or entering a weight loss phase, as well as 3 major truths you need to hear when it comes to your weight loss goals. While there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight, we often forego healthy habits to lose weight. And what I mean by that is we care a lot more as a society about the actual weight loss and focusing on the scale and the numbers there than we really do about healthy habits. And that is just not correct and not going to lead to success in the long term, because even if you never lost a pound but were healthy on the inside and you had healthy habits, you were regularly exercising, eating some really healthy foods, getting in your vegetables and sleeping really well, then that would be healthy and perfectly okay regardless of what your body size is. So that is going to be a thread throughout this video and in some of the red flags, is that if your motivation isn't right, then you're going to want to check yourself when it comes to the weight loss strategies. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight. We just need to make sure that our heart and our motivation is in the right place. Another thing to know is that we typically think of weight loss as really, really simple, just calories in and calories out. And while there is truth to that, and usually a calorie deficit is something you need to lose weight, that is not the only factor when it comes to something like your weight or your weight status. Hormones, sleep, medication, stress levels, gut health, all of these things go into it and can be inhibiting weight loss, causing you to hold on to more weight, or causing you to be not able to gain any weight. So there's a lot of different factors that go into that, but we always just hear calories in, calories out. So I want you to know that it is a lot more nuanced than that, and that's why there's so many considerations. So those 3 truths at the end of the video will help you even in these scenarios where it might be harder for you to lose weight. So now let's dive into these 4 major red flags when it comes to setting your weight goal. The first red flag is going to be if your weight goal or reason for weight loss is rooted in comparison, then it is a red flag. And this can be comparison to other people who might even be undernourished or doing some extreme habits that aren't healthy, or it can also be comparison to your past self. So comparing yourself even to your past self is a really unhealthy mindset, because you're not the same as you were then. There might be different stressors, different hormone changes that might have happened, just a lot of different factors going on in your life. And so while you may have thought you looked better 10 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever that might be, comparison is not a good underlying reason for your weight loss goal. The second red flag is going to be that you might have an unrealistic timeline. If your timeline is unrealistic, that is a red flag. At the end, we'll talk about what is a realistic timeline and what are some good reasons maybe to focus on weight loss. But in general, if your timeline is less than a month, it is completely unrealistic. In most cases, especially if it's a large number that you're trying to lose, you need time for that. And so even something like a few months might not be realistic. In order for it to be sustainable and to truly last, aka you not gain all the weight back, you need to give yourself a realistic timeline to see that weight loss. Red flag number 3 is going to be if it requires some crazy tactics or measures in order to see weight loss. So trust me, you can lose weight and still eat food you love. That is what I teach people in my 4-week program and in my one-on-one nutrition coaching appointments. And so if your weight loss strategy comes with cutting out entire food groups, cutting out all sugar, all foods you love, or doing extreme workouts, twice a day workouts, or just something a lot more extreme than you're used to, it is likely not going to be sustainable, and you will enter a burnout phase where you just say, forget this, and you go into more of a binging pattern where you're eating all of those foods that you used to eat that you weren't letting yourself eat anymore, or you go periods of time without working out at all because you're just sick of it. Which leads into red flag number 4, which is going to be if it is really, really hard for you to maintain your weight loss. Let's say you lost 10 pounds and you're having a really, really hard time keeping your weight there, then it is likely a red flag. Your best weight for your body is going to come when you're eating healthy foods in an appropriate amount and when you're exercising normally, not extremely, not eating in an extreme way or being in a severe calorie restriction for long term. If you have to maintain those crazy tactics and it's really hard for you to maintain that weight loss, it is probably not appropriate for you. So while these are the 4 major red flags you need to look for when going through a weight loss journey or trying to enter one, you're thinking about a weight goal or something like that, there are going to be reasons, like I said at the beginning, that it is perfectly fine to want to lose weight. Sometimes you just want to feel confident and feel your best. That can be different than losing weight. So if that's your motivation, again, focus on healthy habits. Focus on eating in an appropriate amount and exercising often in a way that is sustainable, maintainable for you. You might see some weight loss, sure, but remember your motivations behind all of these things and check yourself for those 4 major red flags if you're thinking about losing weight. Now, if you find yourself in the right mindset, you've got all of these things in check, you know your motivation is in the right place, and you're focused on health first and foremost before that weight loss, then there are 3 major truths you need to know when it comes to setting your weight goal. The first one is that you need to maintain balance in your life. What do I mean by this? I mean that you still need to enjoy your food. You still need to let yourself have sugar every now and then, have those unhealthy foods that you really, really love, because if not, like I said, you're going to enter that burnout phase. You're going to end up just binging on all the foods that you're not letting yourself have, and that is just not going to be something that maintains long term. Instead, you can still have healthy habits, incorporate more healthy food, maybe even still be, watching your portion sizes and stuff like that, and eating foods you love. This is what I teach people with my method in my Everyday Wellness Method program. I teach you how you can still lose weight or hit other weight goals and eat foods you love. It's all about balance and maintaining that. So I'm not talking about a cheat day every week where you just go and eat whatever you want, because that's also an unhealthy mindset. I'm just talking about incorporating things you love daily or however many times a week feels right for you and your goals. If you need guidance on that, I would love to have you in my program. This is exactly what I teach. Reach out to me with any questions you might have with that. Another truth you need to know about weight loss is that real progress takes time. It's not going to be quick. Most people want instant gratification. They want something to happen now. And I'm just here to say, and I'm actually going to be the one that's honest with you, it's not going to happen very fast. If you're looking for something to happen in 30 days, it's not going to last long term. And that's why all of these different fad diets are crazy. They have all the red flags that we mentioned, and they're also just not going to be something that lasts long term for you. But they catch a lot of people because people can see those quick results. But again, check back with that person in 6 months, a year, a couple years. Likely they've gained all that weight back, and that is actually more harmful metabolically for you than if you just took your time to maintain that progress. The days are going to pass anyway, so you might as well be making progress towards your goals, but that doesn't mean your progress has to be extreme and something that's going to be really, really difficult for you. And then truth number 3, last but certainly not least, is that accountability is key. Having people in your life that are on this journey with you and that also have a healthy mindset. So that's my caveat there. If your accountability are doing those extreme tactics or different things like that, they're pushing you in unhealthy ways, they are not a great accountability for you. Again, this is why I've created my course. It's going to be a group of like-minded people on a journey towards health, first and foremost, but that also maybe have weight goals in mind, or other different health, nutrition, fitness related goals. And so it's going to be a group of like-minded people guided by myself where we have mindset check-ins, we learn the specific curriculum and everything else to help you reach your goals without any red flags. So I hope this video was helpful for you to see maybe the right way to approach weight loss and hopefully help you identify some red flags either in your life or in somebody else's life when they're approaching those health changes. Remember, it is always about health first and foremost, and if weight loss comes as a result of increasing healthy habits, then so be it.